Hello, hello.
Sorry.
Next.
I'm Gwen.
I'm Krista, and we're back.
We're back recording again, and we're thirsty.
I'm very parched. Why are our glasses empty?
Okay, well, because I thought it would be fun if I did like a little tutorial and showed everyone the way I was taught in Paris to open a bottle of bubbles.
Okay.
It's different. It's not the way everyone thinks, and I can kind of walk you through it if you'll be patient.
I mean, do it quick, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll try to. Let me see.
You want me to hold?
You gotta hold my mic so
I'll
I
hold
can
your
talk
mic
at the
for
same
you.
time. Okay. So when I turned 40, I went to Paris on a trip I planned for myself because I'm like, we go to, all these vacations, like the same places. Like we have friends in Hollywood Beach. We go on my family summer trip, your family summer trip. Like I want to plan something. Like I want to turn 40 and pay off my college loans and go somewhere amazing. So I planned a trip to Paris. I have this awesome travel agent friend at Dreams Travel Vacations. I think I can link her when we talk about this episode. But Anna went to high school with her, went to college with her. She runs this awesome business. Okay, so here's the first part. The cage that goes on top, 3 twists is all it should take to untwist it. 1, 2, 3. And then here's the difference. Don't remove it. Everyone thinks you take it off, but you don't. And then what you do is, see how the bottle's like indented at the bottom? That's where your hand goes.
Okay.
Like, and you can fold your knuckle in there if you want, but that's where you're really gripping. And then you're going to turn the bottle, not the cork. So you like turn it with your hand and it comes right off from the bottom.
Smooth.
Right from the bottom. See, and letting it spill is just wasteful.
She practiced this on 5 bottles.
I practice almost every day. This is a life skill I have down. And we're drinking a bottle of Cremant, which is like another type of champagne, not like a Prosecco or a Veuve, like you like to say.
You said it right.
I do it for you and only in front of you.
I was like, you're showing us how to open a bottle, but you don't know how to say the bottle.
I don't know. I disagree. But anyway.
Okay. Well, I love to prove you wrong because you're never wrong. So how can I prove you right?
We need them to sponsor the show and email or call us and say Krista's right. Cheers.
Right. Cheers. Happy to see you.
Happy to get through the weekday. I missed you. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
That is delicious.
Tastes better because you opened it that way.
Because I opened it correctly. This is true.
Okay. So I want to hear from somebody if they've opened a bottle like that.
Yeah. Did anyone learn anything new about that little process? You're welcome.
You're welcome. I take tips.
You're welcome. I just informed you of something. It was cool. It's you don't try. I always try to use my thumb and like pry the cork out and shoot it across the room.
Yeah.
But no, you twist the bottle. Like half a twist is all it took. And
I know it was like no effort. And normally when you're opening it, like you have you're like.
Yeah. No, that's the way to do it.
It looks really good next to all of our bananas.
So that's next. I walked into Krista's house to record today and I'm like, what's up with all the bananas? I brought a fraction of them upstairs. And your son is downstairs doing his homework or something. And he's like, she thought she was ordering 7, but she ordered 7 bundles.
Yeah.
And I said, I've done it 100 times.
Yeah.
I said, let's bring them upstairs. And this can be something we can talk about because this is a common Instacart fail that happens to all of us.
Yeah, it didn't really say bunches. And I was like, why are bananas $1 a piece? That's so expensive. And the suit's
Let me only get 7 because that's so much money.
I know. I'm like, I don't remember paying $7, but whatever. It was Sunday. We had just taken the red eye back from Vegas. Ooh. And on Sundays, I order groceries on Amazon for like breakfast and lunches, right?
Perfect. Yeah.
Make it real easy. I already have it what I do every week. It's simple. And I was just thinking, gosh, and when it shows up, there's like 7 big bunches. It was really funny. Everybody thought it was funny. But I overorder. So
you overorder everything. So fun fact, my dad, when he tried to retire, A, I don't think they could really afford for him to retire, but B, he just doesn't need that kind of time on his hands, right? So he's just like, he's a former salesman. He just wants to talk and be around people. So he's like, I'm going to get a job at the grocery store. And he says that bananas are the #1 selling item at the grocery store. They sell more bananas than anything else.
That's
and
interesting.
I was like, that is fascinating because you just think about it. When you buy, a bundle or whatever, a bunch, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, you're getting 6. So that's like each person just bought 6 of something.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually only buy 6 bottles of wine in my bundles. But yeah, so he said that's like the most frequently bought item
are bananas.
are bananas. And for the price tag, I mean, they're pretty cheap. So that's a good deal.
I always have bananas here. One of our friend, Frank Garcia's, his son, when he's over here, Brax, he's like, Krista, you always have so much fruit. Because I have bananas,
Yes.
lemons, and apples for sure, always out. It was really funny though. I was
You
like, yeah,
have-
buddy, you
yeah.
want an apple?
You want a banana? Make smart choices.
Yeah.
No, I told Krista, and I'll tell you guys this too, is if you have too many bananas and you're not a banana bread fan like me, I will not touch.
I
would
made
rather
3 loaves last night to get rid of this banana.
I would rather starve than eat banana bread.
What?
Maybe I need to try yours,
You
but I
should try
don't
mine.
think so.
I think you should try. I'll film it and we'll put it up before you leave.
Okay, but so I peel mine and break them into thirds, and then that's how I freeze them in a Ziploc baggie, and then that's when I make smoothies. I make a smoothie every day, at least one.
Yeah.
My kids really
Yeah.
like smoothies now
Yeah.
too. And I sneak in spinach, blueberries, and then protein, whatever like type of protein or whatever else you want in there. But if you put in a handful of like a heaping handful of blueberries, big handful of spinach, your kids won't know it because it tastes like yummy, like creamy banana. And the vanilla protein is the one I use.
Yeah.
But it's a great way to get your kids fruits and veggies like without them knowing. And then for me, it like fills me up more than just eating the protein.
Right.
To have 3/4 of a banana, and then the frozen part of the banana makes it cold. So then I don't have to add ice. And then I just do water with mine. Some people do milk.
Coconut water.
Okay. It has such a strong taste. You can't tell in the smoothie.
I do, because I make them every morning too. I do bananas, spinach, strawberries, sometimes almond butter or blueberries and strawberries, and coconut water because it's more hydrating. I can't taste it. It's
Coconut water is expensive.
Yeah. It's in my whole food.
You're fancy. You make it sound like you're not being bougie by like, I order on Amazon, but you're really ordering Whole Foods. So
organic.
Let's be clear. Yeah. Are these organic bananas?
No, bananas are fine. You don't have to get organic because you eat, what's in the inside.
Okay.
But strawberry, like anything that has a skin that you eat, I buy organic.
I don't think an organic tomato tastes as good though. I think an organic tomato.
You like the pesticide,
I guess. Or they just like an organic. Last time I ate an organic tomato, I was like, I don't like the taste of this.
Really?
Yeah. Or maybe it was just a one-off.
Maybe.
But
yeah.
I do organic milk for the kids. Yeah. And then I'm really not too particular about everything else right now. I try to give non-GMO. That's like the one thing I look at on the labels is if it says non-GMO, I'm like, okay, I like that. Let's pick that one first.
Yeah. Yeah, I like your idea about the freezer. I do that, but I already have so many in there already. So Gwenn's taking a bunch or 2 home.
I am. I like shove some in my little cooler that I brought my wine in. I'm like, I'll take some bananas with me. Let's bring them upstairs. Send us your banana recipes.
Yes.
I did overnight oats for my daughter with crushed up banana in them.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Or banana pancakes.
I make good banana pancakes too. And
I think what else?
Like our new Starry Next.
I
decor
know
that we have up. You can't see as well on here, but in the back you can see the guitars. But our good friend Bobby from Hunter Homes and Decor did this. My husband, the suit, has all this really cool. Why am I drawing a blank on
sports and music memorabilia?
Yeah, memorabilia.
Paraphernalia.
That's what I was thinking. I haven't eaten today. I need a banana.
Have a banana. Why have you not eaten? Are you on
banana? I was also just on a call about a client
who sells drugs.
What? Cannabis up north where it's legal. Yeah.
Oh, I know that client.
I was like, I know that's not the name, but that's what's coming.
Memorabilia.
Yeah.
Not paraphernalia.
I know that's not right. But like some really cool jerseys and just, he built WFNZ. And so he's got some really cool stuff.
That's cool.
And it was so awesome to take the time and put it up because he was like, I'm going to do it myself. I'm like, just wait for Bobby,
bad idea.
Please.
No,
Wait.
So I think if you follow your page, like Krista's page, you shared some of it on there or we retagged.
Yeah.
Because I've also worked with Bobby from Hunter Homes and Decor. So I share a lot of her stuff on my page a lot too. But you guys should follow her. Yep. Hunter Homes and Decor. She's done multiple houses of mine, or multiple rooms. And then when I moved, I could bring it and use it in the next house. And then she did other rooms for me. So I didn't have a dining room in the last house, but then I do in this one. Yeah. So she did my dining room, did my fireplace. When I was single, she did my new living room for me, which I love so much, made the house feel like mine. And then when Kent moved back in, it didn't feel like it was like we weren't stepping into the past, right? It felt good to have new spaces. Like I can totally understand why if people try to start over, you'd want like a new house, a new fresh space. like I had given him the bedroom set, so I got new bedroom furniture, and then I had already had redoing the living room in motion, so we have a whole new living room. So it really does help to feel like you're walking into a fresh space when you have a fresh. You're giving it a fresh
a 2.0 start.
2.0 start.
Yeah. She actually, when Bobby and her husband Alex were getting into this, we were their first home that they did. And it was so nice because they did like our guest room, living room, kitchen, dining room, entryway. And we left and went on vacation. And when we came back, she did this reveal, and she does these for her clients. And it's just awesome. And so then she did our neighbor's house. And then, I mean, she's been doing this for quite a while now, but
because I've been in my house for 5 years, and I lived in a rental while we were building for almost a year. And she did my living room and foyer and fireplace at my last house. So I mean, that was like 8
years
you
lived
ago.
In that townhome.
Oh. So we were building our dream house, and it was right as COVID was sort of starting. So what we thought. But to get our son to start in the school district for the school year, right. We had to rent in that school district because the house in the school district wasn't going to be ready. So we thought it was only going to be like 2 months. Ended up being 8 months. So it was a family of 5 in a 2-bedroom townhouse. Because we thought, I didn't even have a washer dryer, which ended up being awesome for 8 months. Not having
you did the laundry service.
I did this awesome laundry service that, I mean, I think I paid like $1,200 a month, but it was awesome. I never did a load of laundry ever. It was great.
Well, you just leave it. Water bill.
I know, you leave it at your front door in the morning, and then the app tells you like, "Hey, we're about to pick it up." So if you haven't remembered yet, or you can shove more dish towels in because they haven't come yet. Like I'm like, yes, they're on the way. They're taking everything, and then within 24 hours, it is back on your porch, folded, sorted, incredible. It was phenomenal.
Wow.
It was awesome. And I could have them come twice a week. For me, I was like, I'll do 2 big bags on Mondays, and then I'll do 1 smaller bag on Fridays to get me through for the weekend.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I mean, it was expensive when you don't have an option at all. But if I could, and then for a little while, I supplemented it. And I like just sometimes would do the sheets and towels, or back from vacation. Mm-hmm. No one wants to come home with that huge heap of laundry. So I just send it off.
Yeah. That sounds so amazing.
The number 2, the letter U, and then the word laundry. 2U laundry. Highly recommend it. To add to your life. They do dry cleaning too, but I thought their dry cleaning prices were astronomical. It was like $7 an item, but it also returned in 24 hours. So you're paying for speedy service. So, I mean, depends on what kind of lifestyle you live. I don't need my stuff back that fast.
No, I'll wait.
I can wait.
Pay the $4.99.
Yes. I walked into my dry cleaner the other day, and they said, "We're moving to pick up and delivery only." And I was like, okay. Oh. Well, where's my stuff though? Like nothing was in there. I was like, where's she's like, it might still be here. Let me go check. And luckily she found it, but I'm like, what the hell? You can't.
I would have been.
I know.
So mad. They have some really good stuff back there.
I know.
Well,
I always
don't pick up.
Yeah, they don't. I definitely think I've lost stuff just forgetting to pick up at the dry cleaners.
We leave ours there for 2 months sometimes.
Exactly.
Like just with not being in a corporate office,
Mm-hmm.
but then you wear things, you have business meetings, and then it starts to pile up, and you take it there, and then you're just whatever. And then 2 months, I'm like, they're like, yeah, we're going to charge you for storage.
No. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sorry, is that my phone?
Go get
one of our phones is
go get it. Suit.
Okay. Sorry, next, but we have a lot of ground to cover today. There was another funny story I wanted you to tell, I think. What's on your list? I can't remember.
I wanted you to talk about how the babysitter quit and you were on care.com suspension.
So yeah, and I have an update to that actually too. So a couple weeks ago, I have this after school babysitter that's like an awesome lifeline for us because, my husband and I both work, and being home with the kids sucks.
Yeah.
That was never a job I wanted. It's a lot. And so, we've found out that we are more productive and happier when I am not forced to be home by the end of the school day. Because we're working in morning radio for so long, I was always done by lunch or early afternoon. So that was the natural progression, is that I would just be home with the kids when school got out. But over the years, my job roles have changed, and my ability to work, the time frame has changed.
Yeah.
And I don't like being home as the caretaker. I would rather be working, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I love my kids. I'm glad I have them. But I don't want to bake cookies and carpool for 2 hours or, do homework. Like, I'm not smart enough.
I can't. I'm being stumped by the third grade.
So over the years, we've had like these different after school babysitters and stuff. And this latest one I got from care.com, and she had been working out. I've been using her for a few weeks, and she's like, well, I'm actually not getting enough hours with you guys. So I'm going to have to look for other work because I go to school in the morning. And I'm thinking, damn it. But I'm like, well, they don't get out of school till 3. So I can't really offer you more hours. Like there's not really anything for you to do.
Fine, 3 to bedtime.
I know. I'm like, well, stay till 9 at night then. Yeah. Okay. You can cook dinner every night. But no, so I'm like, well, what do you need?
Right.
And she's like, well, this is kind of the dollar amount I need to be at. So I'm like, all right, well, will you, instead of giving me your notice, can we do 2 more weeks and I'll guarantee you that amount?
Right.
Because she came down on where she wanted to be. And I'm going up on what I was paying, but maybe just to keep her.
Yeah.
We can try to see if it'll work. But so the funny thing is, in the meantime, though, I'm like, well, let me look back on this care.com and see. And it's like, oh, your account has been suspended. And I'm like, what? And then I got refunded the amount of money that you sign up. You pay like $30 a month or something, or $30 for the year. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, need a babysitter. Click. Yes, fine. Hope I remember to cancel before the charge again, or whatever the case is.
The next year or whatever.
Well, then I look into it and it says, due to your background check. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And so I'm like, what? So it says like, feel free to call us to dispute, but you have pending legal against you. And I'm like, oh my God, this stems from my separation that never led to a divorce. So during our angst, like Kent thought I was aggressively monitoring our bank accounts. And so he wanted to say I was stalking him. And so he went to the cops about it. And I was like, these we're married. So even if you don't want to live here or be with me, and if I think you're blowing our money on God knows what, I have a right to know about it.
Yes.
And I will be telling my lawyer. And just because it was only your name on the account, I knew the password because I manage all of our money. So I'm actually not illegally breaking in. When I know the password, like that's the first thing all the lawyers told me that I met with was change all your passwords, change everything. And he didn't change anything. So I had all access to everything because I'd set up all the bill pay. I managed our whole life. So
and anybody would be doing the same thing.
Probably. I didn't hack in anything. So anyway, he went to the police once to try to get me to stop being like, we're not together anymore. And I'm like, well, until we settle, we are. Like, this is still half mine until we figure out what's half of what. Like, I need to know what was half then versus what's half tomorrow.
Change your password then.
Or just change your password. And then also, he thought I was like openly talking about it too much. And so then he decided to sue me for defamation.
Because
that was real fun too. Yeah, because I talk to my friends or my life. I just share. Some people are very to the vest, and he chose to be very to the vest about our situation. I think it was because he knew he was so wrong, or making a mistake, or hiding, or I don't know, running from the real world,
he's messing up.
And he just thinks I don't share my business, whereas I'm the opposite. I've been an open book forever, and so he felt either embarrassed or uncomfortable about it. And so, he, to try to get me to stop, filed like a defamation lawsuit against me saying I was bad mouthing him. And I said, defamation means you've lost money. Like me talking to my friends
about what's going on
in my life. These are all factual things that have happened to me.
Right.
So.
And you're a public figure. Like you're on the radio. You were very private when it came to social media or anything like that. You talk to your friends.
Thank you. So, but anyway, all of the charges have been dropped. I mean, well, I don't know if dropped is the right word. The lawsuit was obviously dropped because like in a negotiation tactic, that was what was like, he was doing that so that I'd
I'll give you this. So
you can have your full 401k, or I'll only take my half of the 401k if you drop the lawsuit.
Depending,
it was one of those, like, it was a negotiation tactic, which stinks because then if you Google my name, it was like from the show, or like work accolades or charity work, and then it's like a domestic dispute between a married couple. It's like legal charges, which stinks, which then really does put your business in the hands of everyone, right? Because it says everything on there. You're welcome, everyone. Go Google it. Yeah.
Go
Google it. But then, and then so care.com is like, you got a whole heap of something going on.
We got to talk.
We're not sending people to your house.
Yeah. What's happening?
So anyway, I'm really hoping it works out with this babysitter because she's my only option. Because I look like a convict.
Did you call them?
No, I didn't do shit about it. That's why I have a new Facebook page too, because that got suspended, and it's like I can't figure out how to get it back.
This lady's sketchy.
So even my neighborhood was like, didn't approve me to be back on the neighborhood page, and I'm like, no, it's really me. I just don't have any friends because it's a brand new account. I'm like, because my first one, my original one got suspended, and it's two-factor authentication is above my pay grade. I cannot figure out where the second factor authentication is going. I don't know where the code is. I don't know what device you mean.
I'll help you. I can help you.
Thanks.
Because
But I will say,
I can't figure out the second factor.
I don't know where it is. I don't know. It just says check your other devices, and I don't know where the code is going. I'm actually not mad that I had to get a new Facebook page, because on my original one is where all the women would message me and be like, I've matched with Kent. Are you guys married? Are you not?
Yeah.
Are there any red flags? What's the tea? And I'd be like,
you have some good stories there, but maybe that's for another day.
I don't know. I mean, we're spilling it today. So I'd say, well, he's still technically my husband, but he's made it very clear he doesn't want to be. So, but he's suing me, so I can't really say anything else about it right now.
I'm not putting it in writing.
I don't want to say if he's a red flag or not, but take that for what you will. Jeez. But hey,
how is he in bed?
Oh my God. Women would tell me how they thought he was in bed, if he was my first, because their opinion on what we would have been like in bed, it was super bizarre. Like, women are weird.
Shocked to hear that. Like,
I even got lured to a restaurant once by a woman. Do we have time for me to tell this story?
I mean, yeah.
So yeah, this woman who I knew through a mutual friend, someone had lost their husband, and I was helping with the meal train and just show support and just trying to be there for someone that I saw hurting. Well, someone else in her neighborhood that was even closer with her was helping orchestrate a lot of it. So she and I end up getting on a text thread and like loosely befriending each other, just so I can say, where are the gaps? How do I help? Yeah. I'll be there in the morning with bagels.
As you always do. You're so kind and you're always there for people.
Thank you. Well, so then, a few weeks later, she texts me and is like, hey, you want to meet for coffee? And I was like, sure. I don't remember if I reached out first to be like, how's the meal train going? Or if she reached out to be like, can we meet for coffee? But anyway, she says, actually, can we go for lunch instead? My day's changed. I'm like, sure. Yeah. Well, I'm happy to always go to lunch with someone. And then she's like, well, my car's broken down. Do you mind picking me up? And I'm like, sure, I'll pick you up. I know where the friend lives. Like, just send me your street address. So I go and pick her up, and she recommends this restaurant that has Monday
mojitos.
And it's like Monday at 11:45, which is, as much as I love to get a drink during lunch because my schedule can allow that. I mean, even a Monday at 11 something is aggressive for me. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, sure. So we sit at the bar, we get a mojito, and then she's like, so I have to tell you something, and you might make me walk home. And I'm like, what? Oh, and she's like, I've been seeing Kent since August. And I'm like, okay. She's like, but we're just friends now. He put me in the friend zone, I guess. We're just friends. We text all the time. We're not sleeping together anymore. And I'm just like,
oh my God,
this is awesome.
Yeah, I'm so happy we're at lunch.
I hate mojitos. No.
Can I get a devil?
So she's just like, look, I just want to be open with you. He seems like a great guy, but some things are, And then I'm just like, look, let me tell you my version of what went down. Like, I was in a marriage. I was a little resentful about some behavior. When I tried to communicate that to him, he took it as me being ungrateful and decided he wanted another life.
Right.
And then he's done X, Y, and Z since. I tried to get him to talk to me about it. I tried to get him to work on it with me. He thinks he's perfect and can do it on his own. So now he's got his own place, and now he's out there dating. And I find it heartbreaking because I'm just trying to tell the person that I know the best and I love that I need more help, or B, you're not doing a good job at what you're supposed to be doing. And instead of being like, oh, damn, all right, let me jump on board, he was like, nope, I'm out.
Right.
And then now I'm sitting next to the woman that's sleeping with him.
Thank you for taking me to lunch to tell me this.
I'm just like, okay. And then meanwhile, at the same time, I get a message from her husband that then says, hey, your soon-to-be ex is sleeping with my soon-to-be ex, and starts giving me the tea on that. And I'm like, I don't want to be in anyone's drama. I'm like, I don't want any of this for my life.
Leave me out of it.
So then that's kind of what led me to find charities like Give Hope Global and sent me to Africa.
Yeah.
So I
got to get out of here.
I got to get out of here. I got to get away from this drama. I'm just trying to be a good person and survive.
I don't need mojitos on a Monday with somebody that's sleeping.
I need drinks with you on a podcast. That's what I need.
That's what we need all day.
But hey, God works in mysterious ways. We've gotten through it. Kent is a wonderful partner. I see him trying every day. He's putting forth all sorts of awesome effort. I feel for the first time in my adult life with him that I have a partner.
Good.
like, some people joke like, oh, dad's babysitting. I don't want you to babysit. They're your kids. Right.
Right.
And I honestly feel like he's always been a good dad, but like, I honestly feel like I have a partnership with him at the moment with raising our kids and having our life together,
Good.
which is nice, which is great. I mean, it just
Yeah.
shows how much both of us could grow, forgive, move on, want to see things differently.
Yeah.
Which is hard because, he obviously had plenty of friends during his separation because I've heard from lots of them. And then I got the text alerts through push notifications that lots of rooms were ready with girls' names added to the reservation. And so I try not to focus on that kind of stuff. I try to focus on where we are now. And
and forgive.
And forgive. And I wasn't a nun either. I mean, I finally, when the message was clear enough,
Yeah.
when the cops show up at your door with papers, I'm like, okay, God, I guess
I think you were a nun.
I was pretty
You
good.
were really good.
I did have a fancy friend.
Yeah. And then, but you waited a long time. Like
well, because I never thought I should be in that boat. I was like, I didn't have a bad marriage. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I would have lived the way things were with Kent. I would have lived like that forever.
Yeah.
And I just would have said when we're 80, like, God, you were such an ass when the kids were really young, right? Like you didn't help me at all. And it sucked. This stuff and felt like you took me for granted. And his rebuttal to that was, well, I made more money than you.
Yeah.
And now he's like, that's not the way it should work. That's not the way we should feel.
Yeah.
But he was like, no, I just think if we're unhappy, we split because he grew up with a lot more divorce.
Yeah.
So he just thought his mindset was, if you're not happy, you're out.
No.
You don't try to grow and change, right? Like I've had to do a lot of growing and changing. I can't be the same if I have an issue or feel that resentfulness or feel like my workload is not being appreciated. I have to bring it up or we have to work through it.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing like self-help books and podcasts and learning to communicate with the kids differently because that was part of his thing was he didn't like how I was communicating with the kids. And I'm like, well, because I'm up here.
Yeah. I'm so mad right
what
now.
mom doesn't yell?
Yeah.
You tell me that. But then I've read Scream-Free Parenting. It is actually a pretty good book.
Yeah.
So,
you had that one, Let Them.
I'm still reading Let Them by Mel Robbins, which is awesome.
I want to read it because I've talked to a few people about that. And a few people have been like, oh my God, I read that. It was so good.
It's so good. So Mel Robbins, I'm not only trying to listen to her podcast as much as I can, but I got her book, The Let Them Theory, which is all about basically, if you see on Instagram or Facebook, all your friends go to Turks and Caicos or to dinner and you didn't get invited, instead of your initial reaction being like, what the hell? Oh, they must have all been talking about me or they must hate me or that. It's not about you.
Yeah.
You were not brought up one time. It's because they all hang out or they're doing something.
Yeah.
It has no reflection on you. Stop internalizing it. So let them go have their fun or let, whoever wants to go on the trip. And then the second part that I'm just getting into now is the let me phase of it. Like, let me work on my relationships with my friends. Do I need to reach out more and invite you to dinner?
Right.
Maybe I'm not invited on the girls' trip because I never initiate a text with someone. So they wouldn't think to invite me because I'm not part of the circle. Let me work on, who knows? Anything.
Right. I think that's, and I'm excited to read that now.
Yeah. And I think it's part of that whole second coming of, like, I'm really into hearing those stories about, Martha Stewart started in her 50s.
Yeah.
Mel Robbins was like 42, basically bankrupt, hated her career. Her husband's restaurant was failing. Their kids were being unruly. She's like, I don't know what we have going for us. What the hell? And now she's
there's hope for us yet.
Right. She's like done the most successful TED Talk ever. Has one of the number one podcasts on Apple every single year.
Yeah.
Has the second or third best-selling book. And she did that all after these things in her late 40s when she thought, or early 40s when she thought she'd already had the careers or the milestones. And new opportunities created themselves and she paved the way and like kicked ass. So you never know when your opportunity to kick ass is going to start or your new forever is going to start, right? Like it could be any time about anything. Don't be afraid.
For us, it's now.
It's right now.
It's right now.
With a bottle of Cremant and some bananas on a podcast.
Bananas. Anybody want bananas? Text me.
Well, pick up. Podcast friends get free bananas. Who's in?
Yeah, they're $1 a banana. That's funny. When you brought up the point about husbands and babysitting their kids, I feel like that is something like if men could just understand that, like you're not babysitting your kids, right?
No.
And I feel like a lot of women feel that way and complain or like it's always on them. And I think that gets so frustrating, right? Like,
I feel like 30 to 50 years ago, that was probably true, right? When gender roles were more stereotypical, the man earned the money and the man went to work and the woman stayed home. If the woman needed a break, your husband was babysitting. in charge. But now, F that. Like, we are both working. We're both making money. Or you chose to have these kids alongside me. I didn't do this by myself. Let's be clear on that.
Right.
So yeah, it is both of our jobs to get their asses out the door, to make sure they're well-rounded, lovely human beings. Like, it is both of our jobs equally. I don't care if you make 10 times as much money as me. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care.
It's up to both of us.
Let's find what our strengths are. Like, mine are good. Mine are about keeping the appointments, keeping the schedules, making sure the auto bill pay is on for everything and that all the things run. Like,
like a train station.
A train station. Yeah.
I know.
Cruise ship director, buddy.
All the things, and your kids are involved in so many things. So that's, Speaking of train station and running the household, next. Has there been a dog sighting?
No. Oh my God. And we got our first hate mail.
We did.
It was so awesome. We were so excited. Cheers to that. We got hate mail.
Which means we're going somewhere.
We're going. People are listening. No publicity is bad publicity.
There's
one messaged us. I think it was on like the Facebook on YouTube, which is where you can watch the podcast on YouTube, or you can listen to it on all the other podcast platforms. I have to explain this to people all the time.
Subscribe, like, download.
Yes. Subscribe, like, and download wherever you listen to podcasts. Just Google it. Podcast. Google Sorry Next with Guenn and Krista. On your phone, pull down and hit the search bar and do podcast. And there we are, or Google the podcast and you can find it.
Yep.
Or if you want to watch it, it's on YouTube. But someone left a comment on YouTube saying they were disgusted with the cat conversation because Kent, I thought at first it was directed at me, but that Kent is a poor animal owner. And I was like, well, we can add it to the list of things he's done wrong. But I let the cat out. Like, it's an indoor-outdoor cat. I opened the door. It went into my fenced-in backyard. And now it hasn't been seen again. I don't know what to tell you people. I'm not losing sleep over it because it was the outdoor cat. It was a rescue anyway. It's used to fending for itself.
So it
could have come back. Well, I did put a bowl of cat food on an outdoor table up high, like a bar height table.
Oh.
And it's now gone. The dogs knocked that over, I guess. Or I don't know. But
well, maybe they went back to the other,
maybe he went back to the old house. Yeah, his rental house was only like a mile away.
Right.
Same school district. So maybe.
To the neighbor that had. I said, did you remember your cat?
I know. So yeah, no more cat sightings.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, but the good news is we did get Kent's rental home re-rented.
Oh, good.
So we are out of that lease. We have paid all the money. We no longer are supporting 2 households. And like the second one's not a vacation home.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it shows us that we could if we wanted to save no money and we wanted to live like that. But I'm like, oh, it feels good to that's a huge burden lifted, a huge stressor, paying for a almost $4,000 a month rental.
Now you can do the U2 laundry.
Yeah, now I can go back to well, let's go out to eat. The kids are like, can we eat DoorDash? I'm like, no, you little brats. Dad and I live together. That's your DoorDash.
Yeah.
They're like, you guys said yes to a lot more when we weren't together. And I'm like, yeah, it's because we were both trying to make you happy. It was one friend called it a pissing match.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when stuff like that and the age that it's not like they were little. They were in that age, 8, 9, 10, and they're confused, and now they're in 2 homes, and you're like, you just want to see them all week.
They're like, yeah, you want to go to a game, you want to eat Chick-fil-A, sure, let's do it. I've missed you so much. Whatever you want, because we're not bogged down and stressed because it's like finally our chance to be with our kids.
Yeah.
So I totally see how it happens, but I also see that it happens. So now when we're both like, nah, you guys are good.
They're like, you guys are lame.
They do. They totally think we're like, we can't get cookies. But this week I did buy a tub of cookie dough and it's gone.
And it's gone.
They've eaten it by hand, raw, all week.
Oh,
delicious.
So good. I love cookie dough. How's Brentley doing with the teeth situation?
Yeah, my son went today to the dentist and 6 teeth pulled.
Oh, poor guy.
The dentist said or the ortho said, we need to make room. They're so rooted that he needs to pull them out, even though he's going to be 12.
Yeah.
He has so many baby teeth still. They need to pull them out so that the real teeth can grow in the right spots. And then, okay, so we're leaving and Brentley has this bag of teeth and he's a little looped up,
Yeah, he's feeling good.
He's like, I wonder how much I'm going to get from the tooth fairy for all this. And I'm like, bro, did you hear what happened when we checked in? It was $1,000 to get these teeth pulled. The tooth fairy owes me money. I'm like, if she's coming for anyone, she's coming to my pillow. Because I'm like, there's no tooth fairy coming tonight. How old are we? Can we not let this go yet? I want to crush their dreams. I just got bamboozled by the damn shamrock
right
thing.
Yes.
What the hell was that?
Did you tell that story?
I don't think so, because I think it happened like that day.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day, the night before St. Patrick's Day, my daughter tells me that it's her favorite holiday. And I'm like, really?
Sure.
Since when? Because I've never. But I'm like, all right, so you're going to wear green tomorrow. Cool. You won't get pinched. She's like, no, Mom, I have to make a trap. I'm like, all right, well, I'm finishing up some work. Like, play amongst yourself. Careful with the scissors.
Yeah.
And she's like off playing somewhere with a box.
Making a leprechaun trap.
Apparently she made this elaborate leprechaun trap. And then I go, put them to bed. And then I wake up and I work out in the morning. And I'm like, once I work out and I'm in a better mood, I'm like, all right, I can do this. I can do this. So
what do you have to do with the trap?
Well,
right?
You got to, if the leprechaun doesn't get caught, the leprechaun apparently leaves a prize. So our leprechaun is too feisty and did not get caught in the olive oil bowl that was left in there. And let me just tell you, my robot vacuum was unaware that there was a bowl of olive oil on a plastic plate in there. So yeah. So that was a whole other story.
Abort.
So anyway, this leprechaun did not get caught, but he left a Starbucks gift card and a little note that said, good try, can't catch me, but treat yourself. You got lucky with a Starbucks card because I guess that was the only other green thing. There was no cash.
You had it in your wallet.
So anyway, she wakes up and her sister goes and checks the trap first. And then runs upstairs and presents it to Caroline. And Caroline is livid that she's not the one that checked the trap.
Mad.
Then there's freaking waterworks.
Aww.
I'm like, I can't win either way. If the leprechaun had done jack, I would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
The leprechaun went above and beyond, and I'm still in trouble.
The robot's mad.
The robot's getting oil all over my house.
Yeah.
Oil. And I tried to wipe. I'm a vinegar water cleaner. I use a vinegar water solution for everything. I'm like, there are streaks. I'm like, Benita,
come
early. I need you.
I need you, please.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to get the Windex out for that. The vinegar doesn't cut through that olive oil.
Oh my gosh, you guys, kids keep us on our toes. It was fun.
They do. Oh, well,
and yes, we're about to have spring break. I know a ton of people on spring break right now.
Where are you going?
We're gonna go to Florida.
Okay.
My aunt and uncle have a house in Vero Beach. They're snowbirds now, so half the year in New Jersey, half the year in Vero, and they normally stop and spend the night at our house because we're kind of halfway. Yeah. And so, my cousins, one of their daughters that I'm very close with, her and her stepkids and husband and their daughter together are going to come down and be in Vero. And we met up with them last summer too. So Kent was like, no, I'm down. Let's rent a house near them. It's not like Fort Lauderdale, Miami prices. I mean, we could get a whole week for not a lot. So we're doing a budget friendly spring break because I didn't think we could do one at all this year, which I think is okay. I need to normalize that for myself and my kids, that we're paying 6 figures in lawyers for a divorce that didn't happen.
Right.
We are, we're paying for a second house that no one was living in. We are recouping our losses from choosing to be together.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's just money. It's just money. I have my whole life to work and make more. That's the goal, right? That's what drives
your
me.
retirement got pushed back.
Right. So I'm like, that's fine. So I was thinking we wouldn't go on spring break this year because I'd rather put the kids in summer camp and make sure we get our family vacations in. But then we're like, you know what? This is actually not that expensive. I think we can do it. So we're going to drive and we're going to stay in not a Miami type location. We're going to be with family. So we're going to be cooking at the house.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I'm excited. It'll be good.
It'll be fun. A little road trip.
Yeah. And my daughter wants to surf. And then my one cousin, the husband, is really good about, he'll take the kids out with surfboards and we're going to run a boat one day. And it's going to be great.
This is like the first trip.
Mm-hmm. With family. Yeah. Kent seeing my extended family.
Okay. Well, that'll be good.
It'll be good because he saw them on spring break last year because he crashed.
Oh, that's
my spring break.
That's right.
I was like, well, can I take over since it's our son's birthday? And I was like, I guess. And then after he finished a weekend in Miami with Savannah or someone, he popped up at our place a couple days early and was at the same bars, the same boardwalk, it was awful. I was sick the whole time.
You were just like.
And then my flight, when he took over with the kids, my flight got delayed because of weather. So then I had to stay and watch my family on spring break and not be on spring break with them. It was awful.
And now it's a different story this year.
Wow.
Yeah. And traveling with a family of 5 is expensive. Wait till your kids start drinking.
Right? I can't imagine. Right now, my ice cream bill's a lot, but I'm sure my bar bill's going to be even worse.
Well, we go, our boys are 22 and 23. So, and when we've gone to Cabo, which we like to go to Cabo.
Do you have a timeshare there still?
Yeah, I told you it's a mimosa timeshare.
Oh my God. We need to talk about that one day. If you regret that.
I don't know. To be determined.
Like we're not allowed to say.
Yeah.
We have to pay double if we...
Yeah. I feel like.
But you guys like going to that place.
We love going. Our kids love going. The food's so good. We love
I love Cabo.
Yeah.
I've been twice.
But, when we, so we went there and the kids were younger, and then we went there and they're drinking age, and they drink, bourbon or margaritas. And, so then we're paying for like 4 adults and then 1 kid.
Right.
Because Colson was little. And
4 adults spending 5 hours at the bar a day.
Right.
That $200 tab becomes like $800 every day.
Yeah. Right. So, yeah.
All right. I'll count my blessings.
Yeah. That's why when we were in Vegas, it was like, stay at the table and let's gamble because the drinks are free.
Wait, just stand here, please.
Yeah.
Order your drinks from here. Yeah. I heard that they're going to try to change that, though, and make them not free everywhere.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I noticed that the service gets slower and slower.
So it's slow. Yeah. It is slow.
You start giving out those 5. Hey, tell about your winning. Your hand of 3-card poker. You had a good hand, didn't you?
I did. I won $1,000 in one hand.
Yes, girl.
Yeah.
But
exciting. It was on the, like, they call them sucker bets because you bet it and you rarely ever win. But when you win decent.
Enough. Yeah. Like the one that you only have to put $1 or $2 on. Like,
or like 5.
Yeah.
And I won like 200 to 1.
Yeah.
Right. That's 1,000.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then I lost it.
Well, it's all right, though. You gave the house their money back. It's better than dipping back in your pocket.
Yes. And we stayed at the Virgin Hotel, which
I haven't stayed at that one yet.
It's the old Hard Rock.
Okay.
And it's a little off the strip, but you can walk to the strip. And it was great. The rooms were great. The pool was awesome. They had a really cool, like upstairs sports book area, which is where, the Suit was doing his podcast. So it was great. I recommend it.
I know, taking the podcast on the road. That's an idea.
I tried to podcast with you.
I know. I couldn't.
I know.
And you did too. You guys were on vacation.
We had to upload it for the TV station and stuff, but I had a limited window.
TV station. That's where we need to be.
Yeah. Nick.
Yeah, we got to check our numbers and see if we got our 1,000 yet. Download, subscribe, like.
I know, Dylan, you have to let us know.
We can celebrate. We'll give away a gift card to Autobell or something.
Yes.
Clean your car, moms.
Yes. So yeah, like, subscribe, download, follow us, give us comments. We love the feedback.
Oh my God, give us hate mail. Tell us what you don't like about it.
Sorry, she probably has 9 cats.
Throw down. That's fine. She probably does. Oh my God, good story.
That's okay.
My dog went to the groomer this week and Kent had Bruiser's face dyed. He uses face dye on our dog. I'm going to just get PETA after him.
Wait,
the woman.
Hold on. Stop right now.
He thinks she looks too gray. And he's like, we can't have a dog that looks that old.
You think we got hate mail then? Can die?
The groomer does it. She said dogs that show. She does it all the time. Oh, your dogs are barking right now.
I know. They're like, that's bullshit.
She dyes their faces when we take them to, get their nails clipped and get cleaned.
That's a thing.
She dyes Bruiser's face so she doesn't look gray anymore. I need to do like a before and after.
Oh,
because it takes 10 years off her life and she's only 6, but she's a Great Dane. So that's like more than half her life, sadly. But so the woman, I picked up the dogs and he's like, by the way, she only has like 1 more session left in her box. And I'm like, oh my God, he dyed her face. And I'm like, what, Kent, you dyed her face? And he's like, oh yeah, honey, she looks way too old. Makes me feel too old.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it can be done, y'all.
Wow. I want to hear who dyes their pet's face.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
They're falling. I know, not like my new puppy and her needs to get a hip replacement.
Well, and she's chewing the fireplace, chewing the leather couch from.
Yes.
That's like the nicest leather couch you can get, isn't it?
It's Restoration Hardware.
Oh.
And
that's like a $10,000 couch.
And it's our beautiful Craigslist puppy.
And a Craigslist puppy.
Yeah.
Match made in heaven.
But yeah, so she's been limping. And so the Suit took her to the vet and they're like, well, she might have like, I don't remember what
hip dysplasia?
Yeah, something like that. And she has to get a hip replacement, they're saying.
Maybe that's why she was on Craigslist. They already knew.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, if she was maybe with the other family, they wouldn't have,
taken care of her.
She wouldn't. Yeah.
What about, we should try some like CBD remedies like that are safe for dogs. You know,
Yes.
the kind like there's
Yeah.
all kinds of homeopathic areas we can go before surgery on a puppy. Like she's still growing.
Yes.
Like
I
you
know
got to let her
she's
grow.
So like lanky, but don't chew my couch or my fireplace.
Bobby,
Oh,
we need you to come back.
I know. Help. SOS. Might need to ask our fancy friend for some things that will help maybe with her pet stuff.
The fancy friend that owns the legal stores.
The legal stores.
The legal stores. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, all my friends are getting so excited for Love and Life Music Festival. Single day tickets have been going. I already have one of my outfits picked out. It's at the seamstress right now, getting it taken in.
You're so planned out.
I normally am not, but I'm like, I have this amazing dress. It's tie-dye denim. Dress.
Cute. Okay.
So cute. And I bought it in Africa. And so it's way too big, but it's like there's one of everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I'll take it because I have this good seamstress on South Boulevard.
Oh.
Tailor your clothes, people. Buy cheaper clothes and get them tailored to you. It's a great way to go.
Yeah.
For me, like I'm tall, so sometimes I have to have pants changed and stuff. But now I just have her taking skirts and stuff all the time. And so, yeah, she's doing it for like $28. And the dress was maybe $6 American. So I'm going to have this cute dress for like $40. I'm so excited.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Love and Life. We're excited. Single day tickets available now, and it's going to be great.
I'm going to be there.
It's going to be sellout.
I'm going to be there.
It's going to be sellout. And we also have another concert coming up May 20th. So after Love and Life, the Joey Logano Foundation, we work with them at Coyote Joe's, Jordan Davis. So you can get your tickets at coyote-joes.com.
What's his relationship status?
Who?
Jordan Davis.
I don't know.
He's cute.
He's so cute.
He's so cute.
And he's got great music. So it's going to be a fun night. And it's all for a great cause too.
And yeah, if anyone's looking for a golf tournament to play in, I have one available. Cinco de Mayo. That's Monday after Love and Life. And right before the PGA Championship happens at Quail Hollow. So I'm raising money for a few various charities like PGA of the Carolinas and Give Hope Global. So if you want to get a foursome together, it's not a cheap tournament, but it's at Trump National and it is top notch.
It's a great course.
It's a great course and it's a great tournament. You get to play with a PGA pro.
Can we play in it? You and I?
I mean, if we cough up the money, I'm not giving away any free spots. None. We can ride around on the golf carts, then go check on everybody.
That's fine. We can do that.
That's fine. Okay, good. Well, yeah, y'all should come out if anyone wants to play. Well, so one of the prizes is going to be a foursome at Trump and then PGA Championship tickets and to follow like the Tiger Woods or similar type group on Wednesday's practice round.
That would be
all kinds of, and Sunday tickets with PGA club access.
Oh, that would be great.
So yeah, if anyone's interested, let me know and I'll send you the info. If you want to buy a team and help support some great charities, it's a tax deduction.
Yes. Lots of stuff going on in May.
Yes.
Love and
We're
Life.
going to need a
golf tournament, Joey Logano show. It's going to be great.
We're going to need a vacation.
We're going to need new livers.
Just keep kicking.
Yeah. All right.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
Thanks for being along for the ride with us.
Cheers. Thank you. See you next time.